Good evening, this is Caesar, your trainer to freedom. Last week I filmed a blog about controlling your own state, and I did that because I've met so many people arguing that they cannot control their state, that their state it is totally at the hand of how a certain person behaves towards them, or what happens with the weather outside, and so on and so forth. And the video that I filmed last week was kind of long. It was a little bit longer than 10 minutes, and some people told me that because of the duration, when they noticed the duration of the movie, they chose not to see it. And I appreciate that, because we live into a world where time gets shorter and shorter, and also there are so many people promising all kind of solutions just to find out at the end that actually it was a waste of time. So I'm going to make this video very, very short. And I'm going to be right here in your face to tell you that if you ever find yourself into a state that you don't like and you feel powerless in front of that, I'm here to tell you that you are constructing that state by altering one or all three of those little factors. You are doing it. Number one, it is your physiology. How you stand, how you move, how you breathe, how your voice sounds, and so if you're relaxed or you're tense, stuff like this. Number two is your focus. What are you thinking at? Let's say you're just about to go to a party and outside starts to rain. Are you focusing on the fact that the rain is going to wet your clothes and that's something bad? Or are you focusing on the fact that you're just about to go to a party where you're going to have a great time? You see, the direction of your focus changes your state. And number three, the words that you're using to describe a situation. You see, the words you're using are building images inside your brain, and that's how you feel according to those images inside your brain. You see, that rain happens. Is that thing a tragedy, or it is a challenge? Is that a disaster, or are you just dissatisfied? You see, the words that you're using change the images that you build inside your brain. So that's it. That's it, really. There are those three factors: physiology, focus, and words. If you ever find yourself into a state you don't like, stop and notice. How do you stand? How do you breathe? How do you move? What's your physiology? What's your focus? What are you thinking about? Number three, what kind of words are you using? And see if you can alter those things a little bit, those elements a little bit, your posture, your focus, or your language, and see what happens with your state. Also, if you want to build a certain state, let's say, what would you like to feel instead? In what kind of state would you like to feel in? Would you like to be in instead of this? Perhaps you can remember a time when you've been in that state. And try to remember, what was your physiology in those moments? What were you thinking about in those moments? Where was your focus? And what kind of words were you using in that situation? And see if you can bring those elements from over there towards now in this particular moment in time. And see what happens with your state. They're going to change for sure. As you bring those elements wholeheartedly into your physiology and your focus and your words, in this moment, your state are going to change absolutely. So right now, you have no more excuses. No, you cannot anymore blame somebody or something on the way you feel, because you now know that you are controlling your state and your feelings by altering one or all three of those elements. And by the way, the more dramatically you change those elements, the more effectively your state is going to change. If I wasn't clear enough because I was fast, ask me questions, write comments below, and I'm going to answer those comments the best I can, because I really want to make this message really impactful to you, because I believe it is important. Also, if you feel that your friends might get used, might find this message useful for them, share this message with them and encourage them to ask me questions and to post comments below, so I'll be able to answer to them and to really make this message understood. I really believe that when you can control your state, you become more powerful and the world becomes a better place. I would like actually this to be my gift for you for these holidays. So please enjoy it and use it wisely.